So, hi everyone. It's a real pleasure to be here. So, I met Tyler a year ago in Nashville. He quit his job. He came to a first Bitcoin mining conference of his life, and we were just discussing. And he was like, "Hey, I'm very passionate about heat." And I was like, "This is very cool, and you're very nerdy. You're like a rocket scientist who quit rocket science, who quit making bombs, literally bombs for the army, and he's joining Bitcoin mining space." I'm like, "This is the best story ever. How about you write something? You know, like I'm not the nerdy one. You are the nerdy one. Write something." He writes. The first thing he wrote was a blog piece on our blog post about how inefficient chips, mining chips, can decentralize hash rate in the future by making heat, focusing on making heat, and it was such a good feedback on the community. He was like, "Hey, how about I just write more?" I was like, "Yes, please." And this is basically how this book was made. So his good writing, you guys enjoying it, and he was like, "Hey, I don't want to make rockets for the army anymore. I want to work on the best money ever created." So congratulations, man, because this is the best story ever.
Thank you.
And the book is absolutely amazing.
I'm glad we ran into each other.
I agree.
That was a fun night.
And with that, so I want to introduce, we'll just clip it from the stream, man. So I want to introduce the team. So Martin, I'll start with you, Martin. Martin is the head of research. I call him the propaganda editor at Brains. He made sure the book is good. Like, tell us more. What you do, tell us more about the book.
Well, first off, when Tyler, Christian, Malenko, and I had our first call, Christian afterwards was like, nudge him along so that we could write a book with him. So that was like probably around a year ago we had that first call. So it's really cool to see that come into fruition. But yeah, I mean, I have zero technical background when it comes to heat thermodynamics, but now thanks to working with Tyler and his book, he wrote it in a way that like an idiot like me was able to get a pretty solid understanding on how this all works, which I think is so important for getting this out there. It's the first book of its kind, and it's incredible. I had an awesome time helping him with it, and I learned an incredible amount from it. So.
It must have worked because you moderated that panel pretty well. So,
yeah, like if it's nice when I get to talk to other people about this. I seem like the expert when I'm really just regurgitating all the things I learned.
I just put the notes together. This is the funniest part about the book. I don't like to toot my own horn, but I don't even build any of the systems. We got Paul here, Fog Hashing, who's got the immersion tank. We have one in the trailer. We got to pull it out in the backyard when some of the snow melts. There's stuff like the hash rate house, the riots of the world, all these different heating systems. And so I was just interested in Bitcoin heat reuse. I was a thermal engineer for a couple of years in the aerospace industry. So when I kind of got my itch for Bitcoin mining, I specifically focused on heat reuse and had a bunch of calls with people like these guys and system builders that are all in this back room that I encourage you all to check out, firmware developers, essentially all these panel topics. I talked with everyone that's on the panels, essentially. I took notes, and then I was like, geez, I guess we got to put this in a book because no one else wrote it, so.
Tyler has very, very unique position where he's technical, like that's one real right, but he's also a good communicator. That's a very, very hard to find because we have a bunch of super genius nerds in this industry, but it's very difficult for them to translate it to others. That's what I really respect about this book and Tyler's work, because he's super nerd. He's a rocket scientist. Like, how more nerdy you can get, right? But he can really explain it in a way that marketing monkey like me can understand these topics. So I think this is very, very important because we need more people doing more business use cases on this, and we need just more education. So I'm really proud of this book. And with that, also, so we involve Paul because Paul is the actual builder in this space, very bullish on heat reuse. You know, they built incredible immersion systems. And he was super supportive in the book, and he wrote the foreword. So, Paul, tell us what you do, because you are actually the guy building in this space for some time, you know. And tell us about your journey.
First of all, thank you very much for having me here. It's my great honor, and it reminds me some old days. 2 years ago, not too old, but 2 years ago when I went to see Kate Peterson, went to Challis, Idaho. I drove for a few hours to Idaho to meet Kate and talks a lot with him about different scenarios for Bitcoin mining heating. So it was amazing. And then it's my great pleasure to see you guys to summarize all the practices to one book. And I believe this industry, just like Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining, it's innovated by practitioners, not researchers, not professors. I was a professor.
But now you're the builder, exactly. Yeah.
But I don't think it's useful. I mean, yeah. It's made by real practitioners. So we need to iterate the system, need to find any opportunity with our collaborators together. So finally, I got the book. I learned a lot from the book. I'm not an expert. I'm a learner. I'm a beginner. So for me, it's my great honor to learn from that, to learn from all of you, from Tyler, from Kate, from Brains. So I saw in the past like 10 years, Brains was always be a part of the innovation and stands at the frontier of the Bitcoin industry.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So from the first pool in the world to the protocols and to many things. So yeah, and I just I have a dream that I will always be part of that, part of the history, part of the process to make some great things with you all together.
That's why we're all here.
Thank you.
I love it. Here you can hear it. Building on Bitcoin is fun. I love to hear that.
And my favorite thing really about this conference and this book and this emerging sub-industry of Bitcoin mining is that's why the conference is called Undermine. We're undermining the status quo. We've seen these machines transition from laptops to GPUs, desktops to GPUs into these power-dense data center style devices that don't fit in the home. They're not meant for the home. And so Bitcoin mining is a decentralized open protocol. It's still easy to run a node, easier than ever. It's not easier than ever to mine at home. It's the opposite. And so how can we bring hash rate back home into businesses, into homes? We'll help grow network hash rate, decentralize mining. We're staying true to that Bitcoiner ethos, that mission. And I think that we can do that through the guise of heating devices. That's how it really scales. And there's going to be a whole panel about small scale stuff. There's a BitX over there. It's sweet. You can't expect everybody to run a BitX. They're not going to do that. Not everybody is going to buy a little lottery ticket device and sign into their IP address and have this louder than you'd expect fan on their... But everybody needs heat. And so I hope this book will summarize for everyone, why do it? Who's a good fit? It really explores who's a good fit if you can save money, thinking through that framing, which I think is the most convincing for the vast majority of people. How does it integrate? Kind of what are the products on the market right now? What are the challenges we're running into? What things do we need to solve, which we're going to really dive into tomorrow, Saturday. We're going to get into the weeds about, what problems we need to solve from a software perspective, a control perspective, firmware, cooling system. There's air versus immersion versus hydro. We have all those machines in the back. What's the best one? And we're going to dive into all that. So
it's a great mission. You did all the heavy lifting. So how are we going to help? So today we have 150 books. So everybody is going to get one for free. It's not technically free because you have to follow us on Twitter, but I think it's a very fair price, I would say. And starting next week, we're going to have the book available on Brains Store, so store.brains.com, and Amazon, shipping in US and EU instantly without customs. But of course, this will be available after the weekend for free download, so anybody can get copy for free, ebook, PDF, and also I promised you as a gift coming here to Denver, we're gonna release audiobook for free on Spotify and YouTube later this year. So that's how. So you did all the heavy lifting. You have a great mission, and now it's my job to propagated as a chief of propaganda out there. So congrats.
Fantastic.
And so we have a small custom that we do. So we Christian the books with beer for their good luck. So I would like Martin and Paul to hold the book, and then Tyler will of course using Brains Bitcoin beer. So just hold it. So we'll Christian the book. It's just for good luck, Don't read the book. And
This one will be my copy.
and yes, so this is the Brains Bitcoin book, Brains Bitcoin beer. I mean, it's a pre-prohibition lager with citrusy aftertaste. It's very good. Let's go. We've
Is
got
it better than Prague beer?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. As a Czech, beer drinker, it's really good. We've got 400 of those, so you can get one also. And the very cool thing is, so we brew this in Houston, and in Houston, Biddy's. Shout out to Marshall and the gang at Biddy's. They have a nano brewery there. They're not reusing the heat yet because they have a lot of miners there, but they're just working on reusing the heat because you have to heat up a lot of water to brew a beer, and there's a lot of wasted heat there. So not yet, but very soon it's gonna be brewed with mining heat. And so here you go, Tyler. Congratulations on the book. And remember, guys, education, education, education. Congrats, Tyler. Go.